What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, and Gervonta Tank Davis. Canelo said this: he needs more fights. So, Saul Canelo Alvarez has made his pick for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia and believes it comes down to experience. Canelo has praised Davis in the past, calling him one of his favorite current fighters to watch. On the other hand, he's had a bit of beef with Garcia, who's trained in his gym with Eddie Reynoso, before moving on, claiming that coach didn't have time for him. Alvarez seemed to take that personally and called Garcia ungrateful. Things seem to have been settled since then, and the undisputed super middleweight champion has even praised Garcia when asked how the Tank fight plays out. Unfortunately, the 24-year-old, the elite Mexican, doesn't believe that will be enough on the night, stating that Davis' experience should get the job done, and this is what he said. He said, I think, quote, I think Davis, he has more experience, but it's going to be a good fight. Look, Garcia is a good fighter. He has a lot of talent, but I think he needs more fights before the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. And those are the words of Canelo Alvarez. And let me counterpunch. The mentioned beef before is the only reason that this is an argument. Okay, you look at Gervonta Tank Davis, you look at Ryan Garcia. I think both fighters honestly should have fought more fighters. These guys, Davis, Ryan, these guys should have fought more fighters. These guys, and this is the throwback fight. This is what you call a throwback fight, because lately we haven't got the fights that we really wanted to see. We've got like B-level fights or C-level fights, or on a 1 to 10 interest scale, maybe 6s and 7s, but we haven't got the 8, 9s, and the 10s. This is one of the 8, 9s, and the 10s, right? And I think both fighters, based on experience, I mean, they should have both been challenged more. Ryan Garcia, he's beat Fortuna and he's beaten Cool Hand Luke, right? And Luke Campbell. And, Luke Campbell's, is Olympian, so like that's something. Fortuna was a pretty good fighter. I think he beat Robert Easter back in the day, but I think he's diminished since then. He's not the same fighter he was back then. But does it come down to experience? And I don't know, because I don't know how much experience that Gervonta has over Ryan. You know what I mean? Maybe a little, but then you look at his resume. He's beat an old-ass Gamboa with one damn leg or foot or whatever. He's beat up a 140-pounder undefeated guy, Mario Barrios. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Guys like, he's fought a lot of smaller guys himself. And that was the problem, that he had to get away from Floyd, because Floyd was trying to mirror what Floyd would have done if he was still fighting. But that's not Floyd. That's Gervonta. Gervonta has to be, or had to get that pretty boy style resume. He should have fought Davis and Stevenson, and Lomachenko and Linares and guys like that. And then the experience would have been through the roof. Then I could totally understand and agree with Canelo's argument in this case. But I don't think that Gervonta has that much experience over that. So I don't think it really comes down to that. I think it comes down to who can take each other's shots. Can Davis get inside and land his own with the height difference? It's a lot of many factors dealing with this particular fight. Can Ryan handle Tank's one-shot game-changing power? Okay, so it's a lot of things involved here. And Ryan has already showed that dog when he got up from that Luke Campbell knockdown, because he totally did not see that punch coming. And it put him on his back, okay? So, and he got right up and then, added, his own assault in that particular fight by responding that night. Bars. So I don't know, maybe Just maybe it's a little bias there, or some of that leftover residual beef between him and Canelo, because I think Canelo still thinks Ryan Garcia is ungrateful, right? I don't think that really changed just because they stopped beefing. Because people, believe it or not, tell you the truth when they're angry with you or they're drunk, right? So, but anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Canelo Alvarez surprisingly picking Gervonta Tank Davis to defeat Ryan Garcia. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.